restart the stream because my microphone got disconnected. Okay, let's try this again. Keep this over here just so you don't have to look down at my hands and pants and stuff. I paint a lot with my hands. I'm going to try and get the camera as tight as I can to where it needs to be. I use this little light. It's got a magnifier inside of it, so you know, I apologize if sometimes you see some light moving around. It's because that's just how I see things. I've got poor fucking eyesight. Yeah. And of course stream chat's broken on. Here, stream manager. Hey, come on. I know I'm online. Okay, now that's online. Now this one should be stream manager. Now I should be online. And I am online. Okay, cool. That is exceptional. Perfect. Alright. Water. Alright. I gotta clean up all these little black areas in here. See if I can show you them real quick. So inside of where I painted this, it might be hard to see on camera. I'll apologize if it isn't easy to see, but there are little black trim lines along here where I kind of overdid it just a hair. You wouldn't normally notice this in game while you're playing against me or, you know, with this piece, but I am just one of those guys that has to see everything, so yeah, I don't like it. Also, I didn't do the runes yet, so runes are next as well once the black's done. I'm gonna hit this with, I've got it here somewhere amongst all these paints. Oh, you know, let's get thematic. Thematic. There we go. Hey, let's go with, what was it here? Well, I could do have it on black. Is it the right shade though? It's pretty cool. Yeah, you know, I'll go with that, but on black. It's a base color, but I can use a layer brush just to kind of work it in. God, these paints have not survived well. Oh god. Okay. I get my paints really, really tight. Focus. It's hard to focus, whatever. Anyway. Just not enough. No, things moving around, so that's good. Yeah, it's not, but it's still good. It's still good any day of the week. I don't even know why I'm doing it this way. I should use my white palette. What's up here? Grab some black. Just filling in all the little gaps and holes. Don't worry about the highlights layer. Good water. And the Abaddon Black seems to be really good there, so. Apologies if I keep dragging this off screen. It's kind of habitual to get as close to my face as I can. Now I'm looking at it, I'm still gonna have to apply some of that iron hands around the tops here, these guys. Probably have to go back to the gold here and actually reuse some of the gold on the lines. Just because I kind of overdid a little. It's fine though, but it's just annoying. That looks pretty good so far. Turn off the light here so you guys can see. But I think I got a lot of the cleanup done, so that looks pretty good. Light back on. Let's see here. It's hard to see with that light, so I'm going to try and keep that light above us. Yeah, it's really hard to do with this arm, though. No, that's not so bad there. Actually, I can still see it here. Alright, backside. Actually, the backside's not too bad. It's pretty clean by comparison. Still a few little spots here and there. Nothing I can't make sense of. large brushes to the base brush. Just a layer. Just so it looks like it's supposed to be like that. Okay, I think that's pretty good for the gold. Maybe a little bit down here just to make it look even. When I first coated this with gold, I used my Army Painter dry brush with some gold. And I did that on purpose, specifically because I could get the most coverage for the least amount of material. And because I wanted a relatively flat surface, didn't have to be perfectly flat, just relatively flat. That was the end goal, was to get it that way. Thankfully, it ended up pretty good. Still some line separation here, which I'm not particularly fond of, but it's what it is, so I'm just gonna go with it. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, like, as long as 90% of this looks good, then the last 10% you're either not gonna notice or not gonna care about. Okay, that's the gold and the black. Could go back to the silver, but I've been looking at this thing for a little bit, and I don't care for it. And so I think I'm gonna take some yellow here. Yellow. And that layer brush that I threw somewhere. I'm just gonna throw some yellow in there, some real dark yellow. Yellow, not Avalon Sunset, but like your real yellow. And kind of my end goal here is just to resell the idea that this is magma. Normally I would thin this a little bit, but it's because I was trying to get as close to the box as I could. The problem is the box is a good guide, but it's not as touched up as it could be. It's kind of my job as someone who's painting it to really sell what the idea was. feather it out a little bit, just so it kind of keeps that like yellow on the edges. Yeah, get rid of that spot there. But I'm trying to sell that it's you know, magma-esque, magma adjacent, if not magma. And the yellow does a really good job of that. When Citadel does it, they add like globs of red and stuff around it because they're trying to sell that like it's cooling around the edges, and that's a really good point to take on it, is that magma looks like, as far as I can tell, looks like it cools. So maybe I'll try a little bit of that, a little bit of orange on there. Fire bright orange to be specific. How do they do it? Watching this after the fact and involving people wondering what the hell I just did there. I filmed a little dot of corn red, and then on the back, just a little bit of water, not much, just a hair, and just start feathering it up and down the pieces. Along to create like a tone of red. The reason why I did that specifically is so get lava looks a little bit more like lava. I hate that this isn't focusing. One sec. There, that should fix that. If I do this right above, it can be pretty hard to see. But the idea is that we're selling lava here. We want things to look more lava-esque, lava adjacent. So you're using the old burgundy range, all with corn red, you know, piston red, and anything else. Just because we really want to sell that it looks like it's lava, fire, or you know, hot, I guess. The heat transfer is important too. apologies if you can hear the music playing through the speaker. I do have a home speaker just playing what is effectively just what you're hearing on stream, and it's just for me. It may be a little lower. If it is, I apologize. If it's too loud, I'm sorry, let me know. Because I can hear this till after the stream's done. Yeah. Move back over here a little bit. Okay. Let's see. So this looks good. I'm okay with that. I think that turned out really nicely. I might, you know, I might throw my brush on the floor. Just let the heat creep. Pretty good. Now there's a yellow spot over here I want to get rid of. I think I did this with Soul Brilliant. Not Dark Reaper. Not Dawnstone. Incubi. Ashen Grey. It might have been Ashen Grey. Skaven Blight Dinge. Ugh. Words are really hard to get in my mouth today. I'm just excited to be here, you know? There. Let that dry. And then we'll start talking about how we address this stuff out here. Because the silver's going to be its own beast. I got red all over this. Oh, fuck. Not to worry. We can fix it. Fact it's not black over here on this side. When I did it, I used Corvus black. Very similar looking black, not the same. I'm not worried about this piece in here because that's going to be covered up by glue anyway, so. Maybe noticing that I'm doing a little bit of extra feathering here. And that's just to try and get them amalgamated. Nothing special other than that. Okay. Let that dry for a minute. We'll start focusing on this outer rim. It's that or we switch models, because we have this portion that still needs to be painted. Okay, don't need that LED. This guy still needs to be painted. And I'm not 100% sure where to start with that, other than just to do the gold. I might just do that just to get out of the way. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that just to get out of the way. We'll let this dry up here. Had to find my gold. I don't know what happened to it. God. Alright. Gold's going on really nicely. It's kind of really good and tight in some of the corners. It's still a little bit of overdress on it, but I mean, it is what it is. The hardest part when the models is small is trying to find one piece that you can hold on to that you're not going to get your fingers soaked in paint. program. Water. And I'm back. I just needed a break to stretch and get some water and XYZ. Oh yeah, it's good stuff. Okay. Back to the gold. We're partway through it, so you know, not much left to do now. We'll just get the gold on the bottom and go on the top and redo some of these spikes because they could be spiky. I think that's a good enough description. Spiky-er. Bring this guy down. Just realized that can't see it when it's up there. It should be dry by now, but that's kind of the main point in this. And look, the drying worked for that lava because now it's starting to get this like tinting around where the flow goes in the middle. That's kind of what we're aiming for, is that in terms of lava. Anyway, back to the gold mine. It's funny, I was painting, and I saw that my viewer count went up to 3 when I had my little BRB sign, the little this guy right here. And then once I came back and started speaking, my viewer count dropped again, so I think maybe I scared a few people off with my voice. I know my voice isn't that deep, but it is relatively deep. Thus the Space Marine. If it wasn't for it being bassy, I wouldn't even consider. You know, I would choose a different model, but I just figured it was fitting. You know, I'm doing Warhammer minis. I've got a bunch of mods on the go. Oh, actually, it's a good time for me to show off my mods. I think this guy's charged. I recently modded my Rhino. It's going to be a Razorback. That's not the mod. That's the default. But the mod is that all these wires in here, it's got LEDs on the inside. So when I turn it on, assuming it's charged, of course, which this isn't. When it's charged, the lights come on. Very good. When I charge up for a couple seconds, I'll show you what it looks like. Just so you can see. it just works right away without the charge. So there's the lights. There's going to be another screen here. And then in the back there's these two vents. So there's one on this side, one on this side. And then inside the cockpit there is a light as well. So the idea is that on the tabletop it just looks really, really badass. But I need to finish putting it together. So it's, you know, it's on the way. Get my phone back on the charger here. Oh, I just noticed I wasn't staring at the chat. My bad. Well, if there was a chat, which there doesn't appear to be, good. Okay. I could collaborate with streams, but I don't choose to. Cool. I can invite guests. That's pretty badass. It's streaming for 1 hour. No, 56 minutes. Cool. All right. It's kind of funny. I was thinking I wasn't in the stream. Hoping I wasn't in the stream. Well, not hoping, but thinking I wasn't in the stream. Thinking I wasn't in the stream. And when I was finally clicked at me and said, just do it. You know, you talk to yourself when you're painting anyway, so I'm gonna talk to other people while you're painting. Music I'm listening to is chill hop. The specific song is Flowers by the Field Tapes Xander. I just put on some chill hop just when I'm just kind of working on the stuff because it's kind of relaxing and I get kind of worked up a little bit. I mean, I get really passionate about making this stuff look great, right? That, and I can't believe the else is not copyrighted. So I'm just listening to the Chill Hop live stream. This is the Creator OK stuff, I believe. I remember they had a section where you could download songs. I don't know if that's still the case. No, they do, but I just didn't download anything. I just put on the live stream. So if their live stream's not cool with Twitch, then I don't know. But I'm just going by what I saw. Maybe I didn't read enough. I don't know. I don't know. We don't make mistakes here. Just happy little termagants. kind of selfishly paying this because I need to pay it for this AoS league that I'm in. And my last round, I lost on purpose. I shouldn't say that. It was a no play, so neither one of us played. And we were told to discuss amongst ourselves which one should take the win and which one should take the loss. And I said, I will take the loss. Not because I'm such a great guy that believes that everyone else should just whatever. I wanted the loss because then I could adjust my list and add in a few pieces to my army. Namely Chaos Spawn, which I now have on my list. Ooh, it's along here. Okay. That Chaos Spawn's just a proxy. I got it from a good friend of mine. He taught me how to play it. Actually, he wasn't, I should say this, he wasn't a friend of mine until, what I mean by that is there was a miniature of the month that had come out and he wanted it, but he lives a city away. So I said, I'll pick it up for you. I'm okay to just, you know, just let me know where to go and what to do to give it to you. And, because, you know, I don't necessarily need it for my collection. And he said, okay, I'll make it worth your while. And I said, no, that's okay, man. I'm fine with that. And he said, no, I got you. And I went, okay, deal. And so he came in clutch, really. He showed up, he said, look, I'm going to come out and hang out. And I said, okay. So me and him connected, and we met up at a local game store, and he said, I'm going to teach you how to play your army, because it seems like you don't know how to play. And I said, I really don't, so I'd appreciate that. And we had a practice game, and he taught me how to play, and I just thought that was fantastic. Like, he really understands the game very well, but also he was just a fantastic guy, like just a swell dude, just to like hang around, just for an afternoon. And yeah, so he taught me how to play Age of Sigmar. I mean, some of the key concepts to this game is that it's like, it's a motion-based game, or just, yeah, it's a movement-based game, I should say. So you're always moving, you're always trying to get to the next, like, position for like 90% of the goals. And so he taught me how to play Slaves to Darkness really well. The way to do it is just to, like, don't focus on just beating up the other guy. I mean, sometimes that's relevant, but not always, right? But focus on moving to targets, moving to your enemy, moving to positions. Get them to come to you by moving to them. Don't let them have a chance to do anything. Don't give your opponent time to think. You know, you can rush people without having to use specifically rush or charge. I mean, and that all blew my mind, and I had some really good takeaways from that, and I parroted it back to him. I said, look, you know, this is how I understand how to play this now, and what it is I need to do. And he said, yep, and he gave me a Chaos Spawn. It was again, it's just a little thing, right base size, that's a proxy. And I said, that's awesome, dude. I greatly appreciate that. But I tried to give it back to him because I didn't realize he was giving it to me at first. I thought he was just showing it to me and letting me play with it for the session, but he just straight up gave it to me. That was really badass. So I was like, you know, man, thanks. And so he was like, try to adjust your list next time to get this in good. I was like, yep. And I reached out and it was just too late after I submitted, so I couldn't. But like I said, we had a no game, this other person and I. So I said, well, if I've got no game here, then I'm going to take this opportunity to modify my list. So, you know, the rules were, if you lose, you can modify your list. If you win, you have to keep your list. Okay? So, instead of giving this guy a major victory, I did a 1-0. So he got a minor victory out of me, and I took a 0. I wasn't doing it to be petty or childish. I just didn't know how to log it because I don't know what he's got or what he's doing, or what his moves or play could have been. But I wanted that L so bad, and I told him, I said, look, yeah, I'm gonna take the L because, you know, I want to modify my list. And he said, well, you know, I do too. And I said, well, guess what? I'm taking the L. And he said, all right. I wanted to play. I wanted to get that second round in. So now I gotta try and get a third round in. Third round's already up. Pairing's already live for it, but the thing about third round is that I gotta be on the same availability as my opponent. I mean, I've got tons of time right now, unfortunately, because I'm looking for something to do. But the person I reached out to for my round 3 said their availability was like just kind of whenever. So are you available like evenings and weekends? And they said I can rush over after work. I'm like, I don't want someone to have to rush. Like, I get it'll be a fast game for them, but I don't want someone to have to rush. So if they're cool, then that's cool. I don't like making people have to do things that they don't have to do, unless it's in the game. If it's in the game, you gotta do it. But I don't want to put someone out to be like, hey, you gotta come to this game, you gotta do this. You know, that's not sportsmanlike. Though I do wish his availability was open a little bit more. I'm a little older in the day right now, so. My LGS is like open at like 11 a.m. It's right at store open, so I could be there. Just painting the fine details right now. I mean, every model's fine details, but these are the ones that are like the riveting insides on the brackets. What I might do next is take the Agrix Earthshade to the Nexus Chaotica flat piece and just go over the gold, and then go back and do up these metallics on the sides, the arrows, just because they could use a little bit of attention. The thing I don't like about these like models by Games Workshop is that there's no direct line differencing. And I know why, it's because it's injection mold for all these pieces, right? But like, I need to be really sharp, because then the paint flows a little easier when it's sharp. But because of the way that they're built and injection molded, paint gets onto the next corner really easily. So sometimes you kind of have to interpret with your own precision where you think paint's allowed to go, and then sort of make up the rest of the rules in your head and say, if it's black here, it's black here, if it's gold here, it's gold here, and everything must be perfect. And really decide where you want to go back over things if you have to. You know, the micro scale, you're still gonna have little bits of black here and there, and I clean them up because that's just my way. But to each their own, you know. Today's stream is probably only going to be about an hour and a half. Maybe almost 2 hours. I got some stuff I got to take care of today. Excuse me. One side. Oh, realize I'm not looking at OBS. We got one side kind of painted and the whole bottom. So we're doing good progress wise so far. My hands are starting to cramp. Let's see, did I miss anything good? Yeah, we're at 1 hour, 12 minutes. Probably a pretty decent stopping point. I'd like to get some lunch and come back to this tomorrow, which I think is a good idea. It's just Sunday stream. Yeah, Saturday stream, understandably, not a lot going on. Workshop Wednesdays are going to be a thing. The plan there is to just show up on Wednesday and do more of this, but in a more consistent way, because these are like, you know, Wednesdays for sure, but other days of the week are just going to be all over the place. No set time frames yet. Still trying to figure that out, so, you know, it is what it is. You know, whatever it's going to be is what it's going to be. So far, until something consistent comes out of it, and then we'll nail it down. Anyway, if you're watching this on the VOD channel, thank you for popping in. Thank you for just putting it on. Yeah, see you later.